How you doing, Jamie? How do you feel the couple of weeks have gone for you so far?
I think obviously as a team we've probably wanted to be a bit better than, or we've wanted to perform better than we showed. But like I think Argentina was definitely a step up from New Zealand in terms of how we attacked the game at the start. Probably a bit inaccurate and ill-disciplined in the second half, but definitely an improvement, and we're hoping to improve again this week. And obviously, from a personal point of view, thought probably had a decent enough impact on the game when I came on, but obviously it's definitely some other things that I could have done better as well.
Well, obviously South Africa went so well for you, and the start of the season with Leinster. What was your thinking coming into this campaign, and what you wanted to achieve, maybe in terms of starts or where you were playing?
I think the goal for everyone is probably to start, but I've been lucky to be involved as well the last couple of weeks. I think I've come on and covered different positions as well, which has been it's good experience, I suppose. But hopefully I can get the start in one of the last two games anyway.
I just wanted to ask about your brothers. Obviously, we've seen Andrew flying. How are the rest of them doing, or what stage are they at in their rugby? They must be loving it all as well. They're playing like minis and youths and Naas. I think they love going to the games. I'm not sure yet if they're going to be professionals, but I think they love going to it. They love the whole experience, and probably love the fact that myself and Andrew are playing week in, week out for Leinster.
Jamie, in terms of the path that you came through on, obviously playing with Naas and then coming on to the Irish team then, are you happy that you had that path?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it's probably, the pathway is probably, it's less, there's less players that come up through that pathway, so it's definitely special to be part of it. And hopefully it might give other people, other younger players who want to become professionals, it kind of gives them confidence, and they can look up to us.
And in terms of the year 2024 for you, I'm sure it's one of those seasons that has been pretty good to you, and the form you're in as well.
Yeah, to get to play in some of the big games at the end of the season last year with Leinster was definitely class, and then obviously South Africa went well for myself, so pretty happy with the way things are going this year, but hopefully I can keep kicking on and retain spots in teams.
Jamie, you said you thought you had a decent enough impact when you come off the bench at the weekend. I think you might be a bit modest there. I think Andy said you were immense. What was the message from Andy afterwards about your own performance the weekend?
There wasn't much, to be honest. I think coming on at the same time as Sam, we probably, you both feel that you have to come on and make an impact and bring energy to the team. I think that's the expectation of the bench. So there's probably a few moments where we got our hands on the ball and were able to maybe find a bit of space. But we didn't really we didn't score points in the last 20 either. So we need to work on finishing those moments off.
On the basis that you come off the bench and had a good personal performance, I'm sure you're hoping to start this week. Do you feel ready to go?
I think, I feel ready if called upon. Hopefully now we still have a couple of days training to get through, and probably find out the team tomorrow. But yeah, if I'm lucky enough to be selected, definitely be ready.
What would it mean to you and your family, I suppose, a first home start at the Aviva if it were to happen this Saturday?
Oh yeah, it would be amazing. They love going to all the games, and I think they'd be really excited too.
Thanks, mate. That's all.
Thanks, Cian, Neil.
Hey, Jamie, playing 12 and 15 are obviously very different. How are you finding in training, switching between the two and kind of getting your mindset around what are two different positions?
I think it can be difficult at times just knowing all the roles of each of the launch moves. but I kind of been doing it in camp for a while now, so I'm kind of used to it. And you know, when you're 23 on the bench, you just have to know everything. Basically, you have to cover everything. So I'm kind of getting used to it. Yeah.
What are the biggest challenges though involved in it? Like you said, you've covered a lot of different positions. What's the biggest challenge you find?
And there's I suppose just making sure during the week, like if as a fullback you're getting reps of your high balls, you know, your kicking game. Centre, it's probably a bit more confrontational, a bit more physical. You're carrying, maybe distributing a bit more. So I suppose just getting the balance right in training with maybe some extras pre and post training, just making sure that you know you have everything ticked off and you're ready to go.
Yeah, I was going to say that how much work actually for you, someone like you, goes on away from the training pitch in terms of swatting up and knowing your detail down to the finest detail.
Yeah, I think we, to be fair, like everyone would be staying back post training and we'd all be working on individual stuff. I think that's kind of the expectation really, because you can't do everything in the team session. So yeah, I think we all spend a lot of time like in our kind of mini units, like our back threes will do their skills and centres their own after training. So I think that's how we get it all in.
And how helpful are guys like Hugo, Bundy and Robbie in terms of that, trying to make sure that you are on top of everything?
Yeah, massively helpful. I think everyone's tried to help each other out, and if there's any questions I have for either of them, you know, I wouldn't hesitate to ask them, and they'd give me everything they knew.
Thanks, Ian.
You got your first couple of caps obviously in South Africa in the summer, so was it a nice feeling this month to kind of get the home debut?
Yeah, definitely. Once you get the first cap, I think done with the kind of you know, there's that part of, or that relief, I suppose, getting that done. But now it's about kind of kicking on, and you know, to play at home, like the anthems are special. And I know obviously the All Blacks game didn't go to plan, but even just to be in front of the haka for the first time, you know, it's definitely a special experience, and you know, loved it.
And just finally for me on Fiji, what have you seen from them over their couple of games in recent weeks?
Oh well, I think they're a very good side. I mean, they have a couple of game breakers on their team. You know, they've like players that can create something out of nothing, and they can be hard to prepare for, because you know you don't want to you know, give them any loose ball, or you don't want to be loose at all around. So I think the focus for us is probably just on ourselves and making sure that we've got our bits covered for the game, and hopefully put on a good performance.
Jamie, I'd say it's not all that long ago you were going to Ireland games as a fan. What are the fondest memories you have, particularly of home internationals? Are there any that stand out to you?
I suppose, like, I remember my dad used to always bring me to games, myself and Andrew when we were really young, and then probably I suppose the memories are just you know, watching Ireland win was the best ones. Obviously I remember some of the tough losses as well, but I suppose just it's very special to be able to play in them now, and have the family watch me play.
What about the club and everyone back home? I know for a fact everyone's very proud. Are you getting a sense of that as well? Yeah,
definitely. I get a lot of texts every time I'm involved in any sort of game, so I could definitely feel how proud everyone are, and definitely makes me happy to make them proud.
Just on Fiji, like, because I say, like, they have threats all over the pitch, particularly in the back line. Like, what are you expecting from them, because they have physicality and pace, don't they?
Oh yeah, they're hugely physical, and but they also have like the offloading ability and the pace to you know, break teams. So we have to be connected in defence, and we have to be all over our work, because like lads like Nai Kalevu, they create something out of nowhere, and yeah, no, it's just on us to be connected and really go after them.
Would you enjoy though watching them when you were younger as well, like the style of rugby that they play is pretty unique?
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. And I suppose now they're starting to pick up more scalps in the last couple of years. So like they're kind of mixing their physicality and people would say loose play, but it's becoming smart. It's part of their identity as a team, really, and they're getting better at it. And yeah, it should be a tough game.
Was there any player, like not even Fijian, not Irish, what players when you were growing up did you look up to or try to base your game off of it? Were there?
Like Brian O'Driscoll's the obvious one in Ireland. I suppose it's probably weird because I don't play 10, but I always loved watching Dan Carter play. I don't know if it's because he was a left foot as well, but himself and Rob Kearney, obviously. Yeah, it's probably those three players I probably watch the most.
Good choices.
Yeah.